It's the Charlie Bahama Show. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Charlie Bahama Show. And as you can see, we are out and about. I got out of that Airstream and I'm out and about. Of course, still, wearing my mask and social distancing. Oh, Chuzzlewitz, thank you so much.
Kevin. Kevin.
Chuzzlewitz, thank you so much. You can't beat that, huh? A good tropical drink in the Bahamas. Drink and food in the Bahamas is nothing better. And talking about food, I have Sasha from Happy Foods 242 on the show. She's going to be telling us about great restaurants and food in the Bahamas and also where we are here. I'm sure a lot of you already know, but I'll let her let us know where we are. And talking about getting here to the Bahamas for all the people, the folks out there watching throughout the world, because we have a lot of viewers not only here in the Bahamas, but around the world watching the Charlie Bahama Show. It was a breeze. I'm so proud of the Bahamas, the way they make this so seamless. You go, of course, you get your test, you get a negative result, and then you just put it online. I think through the Ministry of Tourism, it'll send you right to how you get that. And in 1 hour, I got approved, and I came through. And when you go through the airport, they have this little machine that tells you if you're have a fever or if you're perfect temperature, and you sail right through. So it's fantastic here. So enjoy the Bahamas. Come on over, you guys out there, and see what the Charlie Bahama Show is seeing. All right. So come on back, Sasha from Happy Foods 242. Right after this, the Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show here in the Bahamas. We finally got out of the Airstream and we are here with the wonderful Sasha. What's happening, man? Welcome to the Charlie Bahama Show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you having me on.
I know it's sort of weird. We're trying to stay socially distanced. I got a Purell if you want it. You could wipe down things if you need to wipe down anything you want,
Yeah.
But, usually when I did my shows before in the past, we'd be like right up close in a handheld. But this is, kind of cool. And now tell me, where have you bought us? Where is this?
We are at Avery's in Adelaide. So if you watch the show consistently, Avery's was actually our season cap for our last season, which would have been season 13. And it was a spot that I stumbled onto, and I can't even remember how it happened. But I stumbled onto it, came one day just for some food, and Joe and his wife Tracy, they were like, look, we watch the show all the time, you gotta come out here. And the food was amazing. Mind you, you're gonna drive. Especially if you live in the East, you're gonna drive. But I mean, the food is so worth it.
Now, you said the show, so let everybody know it's Happy Foods 242. Wait, I'm sorry. It's Happy Foods 242.
Yeah, you got to do that. Every time I go out or if I go someplace and someone recognizes me, they always do, especially with kids. Kids love that. They love to do that. So yeah, it's Happy Foods 242. I mean, whew, what can I say?
Yeah, well, let me tell you, I actually do know Avery's. I have been here many years ago when it wasn't even this beautiful. I mean, actually, even Kevin, who's my cameraman from back with Electric Air days, we shot out here before with Avery's. So I am so happy you brought us here. When you said Avery's, I'm like, great, because I love Adelaide.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. A lot of people, I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a drive if you live in town or even further east, but the food is good, the ambiance is good. We're sitting out on the upper deck. I mean, I'm looking straight ahead and seeing the ocean. It's just beautiful, and it's what I call like one of those holes in the wall. Like the people who are gonna be loud and rowdy, you're not gonna come here and meet those people here. So you're gonna come and have either a nice breakfast or a nice lunch or a nice dinner, and you're probably more than likely going to come back.
Yeah, well, talking about just seeing the ocean over there and the mangroves over there, I saw 3 raccoons, a raccoon family right off the porch. I mean, I don't think I ever saw a raccoon in the Bahamas before. I didn't even know we had them.
Yeah, we have raccoons.
So you've seen raccoons before? I've
seen raccoons before, particularly in the Family Islands more so.
Yeah, I've been
in Nassau, but I've seen a couple running around there since I've been back here so frequently.
I've been to every Family Island at least twice, filming all throughout. I never seen a raccoon here. So this is what you will also see coming out here is raccoons right off the deck.
Yep. Just
Wow.
nature at its best.
Wow. So tell me about your beginning, this journey into, getting into Happy Foods 242.
Well, it's an interesting story. I actually was a journalist for a number of years, for about seven years at JCN. And I've always been a lover of food. My parents grew me up. We always went out to dinner, or, when it was a special occasion, you get to pick where you want to go. So it's my birthday, Daddy would say, Sash, where you want to go? And I'd be like, oh, I want to go this place. And even traveling, we were the typical family. We traveled every summer, and so we wouldn't just do, my dad is not a fan of fast food. He will take you to the most expensive restaurant, but he's not a fan of fast food. So I experienced a lot of, I guess, eclectic, places when I went away, whether it be, Italian or Chinese or Indian. My parents love Indian food. Indian. And so I found that as I continued to grow, people would always ask me, hey, Sasha, I want to spend this. I want to go here. It's going to be 4 of us. It's going to be 5 of us. It's going to be 2 of us. Where should I go? And I said, there has to be some way for me to do something more with my passion for food. I'm a journalist, so I have the background to do. There has to be something more. So I had a conversation with a friend of mine. He also was working at JCN at the time, and he was a photographer, in fact. And I said to him, look, is there some way that we could do a show, a food show? He's like, Sasha, just make it happen. So I sat down in my room that night and I was like, what am I going to call it? I have to have a name. I was like, food makes me happy. I love my country. Boom, Happy Foods 242.
Done.
And we started, and at that point, I had known so many people. I had grown up in pretty much restaurants. So I had already knew a lot of the chefs, a lot of the restaurant owners. So it was going to be easy for me to say, hey, look, I doing this new show. I don't know how it's going to go, but we want to try and make it work. We want to expose you to the Bahamian public. Because, a lot of these restaurants and even some of the small entrepreneurs, whether it be a pastry owner or whatever, they don't have the marketing dollars like a Wendy's or a McDonald's. So you're going to hear about on the radio as you're driving into work or see on the TV during the news. And so I figured, look, it has to be a good way. And funny enough, a lot of people don't know this. We started with no money, $0. We had one camera. Mm-hmm. We had me, and we had my relationship with people who I'd been seeing in restaurants and people who knew me either from my journalistic career or just knew me from coming in as a regular patron.
It sounds like my show. No money.
No money.
One camera.
No money.
Me.
Right. And so I tell people, a lot of people say, oh, you've done so well. We are now moving towards shooting our 15th season. Our 14th season will be coming on TV. And we didn't make money really until about our 7th season. I'm actually sure that it was our 7th season because it was Ocean Club. They wanted to invite us for the day at Dune. They wanted to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They wanted to be the first show. And my team, we sat around, who've pretty much been with me since day one, which would be October 2014. They was like, Sasha, we can't go to Ocean Club and not charge these people. And so they want a full day. They was putting us in a room, everything. And so it was at that point that we said, okay, we're going to start setting a fee for the show. And it was at that point that we started to charge. But those first 7 seasons or the first 6 seasons were just out of pocket.
Yeah.
And just fun.
Well, we could talk more about the show, and we're going to actually show some clips throughout our show so people can see, if they haven't caught Happy Foods 242, they can see what it's about, all right? So the Charlie Bahama Show, we'll be right back. Follow Charlie Bahama on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or go to charliebahama.com.
Happy Foods, Happy Foods, 242, 242, Happy Foods. 242, food galore just for you. Happy Food, 242, food galore just for you. This ain't no talking show, it's an eating show. Sasha Laurel is the host of Happy Foods,
Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show, and we are here out at Avery's with Sasha from Happy Foods 242. Is it like that, or just that,
I don't
that?
even know.
Or it's just anyway?
Yeah, it's just however I put up my fingers on the day. But I think it's two, yeah. So I probably do that more than anything else. 2, 4.
Yeah, it's easier.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you were talking about, being a lover of food, your family. What is some of your favorite food? You said your family is Indian food, but what's yours? Like if it's a go-to and like say on your birthday or something like that.
There's so many. There's not like one. I love Bahamian food. I love Chinese food. I love Indian food. Love pasta. It's just it depends on how I'm feeling on the day, because my parents have done such a good job, I think, with me in terms of exposing me to so many different kinds of foods. I can't just pick one. And if I had to absolutely like gun to my head pick one, it would definitely be Bahamian food.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing else like our food in the world. And I've traveled, I wouldn't say extensively, but I've traveled enough to know that, boy, when you come home, you just want that crackung. You just want that conch salad. You want that fried chicken.
Yeah.
No one else. Like you could have a southern fried chicken in Atlanta, but that fried chicken is nothing like your Grammy cooked that fried chicken in that old oil.
Yeah.
You all know what I mean. That old oil was sitting there from yesterday or 2 weeks ago. It's just the flavor of our food is so intense. So if I had to pick, I would definitely go with my own.
So you could cook good?
I could do a little something. In fact, during COVID, I think that I've perfected a lot of the things. I would do little small things. I love to go out to eat. I love, especially, I guess during COVID, I found myself in a position where I knew a lot of people who were out of work. A lot of restaurants were closed. So once they opened, I just went crazy. I started patronizing a lot of my clients just because I knew they needed the money. But while those restaurants were closed, I think I honed my skills a lot based on what I had learned or what I had seen from different chefs from different restaurants, and even because we do a lot of shows where people have either home-based businesses as well.
Right.
So it's not just restaurants. We try to touch the person who probably just started working out of that, trailer. So I've honed my skills. I think the best thing that I perfected is my lamb. Like I could do a mean rack of lamb.
You have the mint, the mint.
Yeah, and then what I started doing, Charlie, I started a garden. During COVID.
Right.
So I have my own basil. I have my own rosemary that I go and I get it now with farmers. It's nothing better than just chip. This is all I need. As opposed to going to the food store, buying a whole pack. You use one part of the pack and then the rest spoils. Like there's nothing like that fresh grown basil. I have freshly grown. I started basil, mint. I have bok choy now. I still have rosemary. I have goat pepper. I just recently planted some more basil because I need more of it. I have lettuce. I have spinach, kale. So I have a pineapple that's growing.
Wow.
It hasn't started yet, but people say pineapples take very long, but I can see its growth. I have onions, sweet potato, and so during COVID, trust me, if you didn't perfect some sort of skill or talent during COVID, like the height of COVID, like that first initial March, April, May, then you wasted a lot of time.
Boy. Hey, so this sounds like another show, man. Happy Farms 242.
Maybe, but a lot of people started the backyard gardening, and then it's so relaxing.
Yeah.
It's so like just putting your hands in, and I name my plants.
Oh.
I give them names, I talk to them, I water them. I have a routine where I water them in the morning. So like I'm into it.
Do they talk back?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, because what they're saying is, don't pick me today.
No, they don't talk back. But that has been so refreshing for me, just as another outlet of just getting away from the stresses of the day and going and watering my plants or watching the growth, like actually seeing, when you see that first pluck out of the soil, the first green, it does something to you. And so that's been something too. And hopefully one of the things I want to actually do with Happy Foods is find a way where I can mesh farmers or people who are gardening and going straight from
Oh yeah.
soil to plate.
Yeah.
Soil to plate. And I mean, the Bahamas, we have the catalyst for it. We have the foundation. I remember I did a show in Harbor Island, and I remember this clearly, like the fish came from the water to the kitchen on our plate. And that particular establishment, they pride themselves on that.
Wow.
They don't, if it ain't kicking, if it ain't straight out the water,
Yeah.
they ain't serving it.
Yeah.
And so, that's one of the beauties of living in this beautiful country that God has created.
Yeah. No, you said it. Now, you talked about, all these ingredients and stuff like that, and you trying to be a cook. So I have, and this could be in the next segment, a bag of mystery ingredients.
Okay.
Okay.
It sounds like shop or something from the Food Network.
I don't know. It's called mystery ingredients.
Okay. Gotcha.
I can see what you could put together on that, all right?
Okay. No
All right.
problem.
So the Charlie Bahama Show, we'll be right back. The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show out here at Avery's with Sasha from Happy Foods 242.
I like
All
that.
right.
I like that.
Okay, so you say you like cooking and you dealing with ingredients, and now I just got some ingredients. I can tell you now. So I'm living out of the RV, the Airstream, right? So I ain't got much, okay? So these are the ingredients here. You could look through that.
Okay.
I guess every Bahamian, I ain't know accent for some reason. People got, that's all I got.
Staple ramen. Should be in everyone's house.
Oh, okay. A can of sardines. You always
Can of
need that.
sardines.
You can make me a good thing.
A potato.
I got allspice. That's some good.
Allspice.
Don't. We won't put the Purell in it.
Tangerine or orange or clementine.
Oh, this already made, man. This man, we can throw this away. I mean, we got Bahamian,
onion.
and then, I don't.
Use a part of it?
I don't know how this got in there. This ain't supposed to be. I guess you need that, eh?
Yeah. Now this is interesting. I have not
What's that?
not had Kool-Aid
Kool-Aid.
in forever.
Brings back memories.
Kool-Aid, are the leaves a part of it too? Should I say?
Everything. Oh yeah, because I guess that's bush medicine. I got bush medicine. I don't know what it is.
Smells like fever grass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So, what was she? This is a very weird mystery basket.
This potato, I don't know. This must be for salad up here.
Yeah, that's new growth. So if you put this in the ground right now, it'll grow.
Oh,
Just
so I'll
like
have
so-
more.
Yeah. So
Okay, so we won't eat this one then. This one I can put this back. I can make a couple potatoes.
So let me see. What would I do with these ingredients? So you have the ramen is definitely the foundation. Mm-hmm. You could do. What would I do with this? I would do my ramen. This is for my drink.
Okay.
So
maybe we can make tea, eh?
We could do a little fever grass tea, but let me finish. We could do a fever grass tea, but we're gonna do a iced fever grass tea with a splash of,
Dark rum.
and maybe we'll even add some of the Kool-Aid in it, but not too much because we don't want it to be overpowered. Or you could just use this for the coloring, but not too much of that. So that's our drink. 'Cause
Okay.
We gotta have something to wash the food
Yeah,
down
yeah,
with.
of course.
Now, what I would do is see these sardines are in olive oil. Okay, so I would use a little bit of the olive oil from the sardines
Oh, yeah.
to saute the onions, and put the sardines in that because I like sauteed onions.
Right.
I probably use some of the juice from the orange. I'm not sure if I would use that allspice. Obviously, we
Okay.
can use the accent
I want to show you
to help
off.
flavor, and then I would just make the ramen. Now, I'm not a fan. A lot of people question me when I say this. I'm a Bahamian through and through. Born and raised in Nassau, I don't like spice. Don't judge me. My mother's from Andros. She loves spice. All my cousins from Andros, I don't. I just don't like it. I don't like pep in my mouth. I don't like it. So don't judge me. So I would definitely use the ramen, but instead of the chili packet that's in here, I would probably use more of the accent to help flavor. So what we would have is a sauteed sardine, almost like sardine and grits, to be honest. But
Sardine and ramen.
It'll be sardine and ramen.
Oh, see that? Now that's
Yeah.
meshing the flavors together.
But it'll be more, gourmet. Because you have
Of
the little
course.
sauteed onions, which are a little orange flavoring. And anything acidic goes well with fish.
Uh-huh.
So it's almost like a perfect pairing.
Perfect. All right.
There
See
you
that?
have it.
Yeah, man. So you
it's easy.
yeah. Wow.
I
Because
thought you was going to bring out something that I didn't know about. Or, do you watch Chopped on Food Network?
I've seen it.
Trust me.
Well, okay. To be
That's
honest,
one of my favorite shows to watch.
I was gonna try and get some crazy stuff, but then I said, you know what? Let me not go
Keep
there.
it.
And like I said, I live out of the Airstream, so I couldn't find that, and you can't find that in Nassau much either,
Yeah.
some. I was trying for Eye of Newt,
Oh, gee.
some stuff that you read in
They
a
had-
Harry Potter book.
They had on, one time that I watched, they had on, I think it was calf's liver or something like that. I was like, but they treat liver like any piece of meat.
Well, I remember going into Super Value or City Meat and seeing the cow tongue. You ever went to meat
I've
department?
seen that.
And I mean, it's that big. I remember as a kid, I'm
I've seen that. Now, I've not eaten that, but I've seen it. I ain't fooling with that.
No, me
now,
either.
I just recently, I would say maybe 10 or plus years ago, I never ate sheep tongue. I eat it now.
Oh.
But you got to get it from the right person.
Of course.
Actually, my sorority turned me on to it because we have an annual South Out. And it's like, Sasha, just give it a try.
And what would that sorority be?
Let me sit up straight.
Oh.
Sit up straight.
Oh.
Say the Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Not to be confused with now Vice President Kamala Harris. There are several different sororities. She's in another, but all of us are happy for her, first female vice president. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have some interesting things and I think most cultures I understand that there are some very interesting things to eat in China, some really interesting things to eat in Australia. And that's what I generally do. People travel and they shop and they sightsee. I take me to the restaurant.
To the restaurant.
Just take me to the nice ones. I want to go
Yeah.
down in the deep.
That's why you have Happy Foods 242. That's
Yep.
what makes you happy.
Yeah. Food gives me joy.
Yeah.
And people always say, well, Sasha, we see you and you're still a nice size. I work out. Don't mind me. I love to eat. But this is another thing that I cultivated during COVID. During COVID, I started to work out consistently because I was at home more.
Right.
And like everybody said, you put on your little COVID weight, everybody was snacking. The fridge was like, don't come back in here. So I try to work out as much as I shoot the show. And you want to look
Yeah.
presentable on the show. So as much as I eat, and like I tell people, I don't have to go out with you. I don't have to go out with friends. Table for one.
Table for one. Well, listen.
And that's me.
Well, we're going to be pulling up Table for One to watch Happy Foods 242.
That's actually the name of a good show.
Yeah, hey, Table for One. We're going to be watching out for that. And if you need to keep working out, you can watch the other show on, RTV.
Yeah.
Morning Moves,
Morning Moves. You're
with
correct.
Bowflex, Bobby, and Ethan.
Yeah.
So, the one good thing about RTV, they got so many great Bahamian
They do.
shows on.
They do.
So, and yours is one, and we could be watching that. And right now, we'll be right back with the Charlie Bahama Show. Follow Charlie Bahama on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or go to charliebahama.com. Well, that was another fantastic, the Charlie Bahama Show. And it's so exciting to be out and about. I mean, wow, being trapped in that Airstream for the longest. But we're going to be out and about as well as doing some of the shows from the Airstream. So we're going to be, just taking it, playing it by ear, social distancing, and, staying safe. And I want you guys to be out there and stay safe as well. So, social distance, wear your mask, and wash your hands, all right? So until next week, the Charlie Bahama Show, all right? Take care. Enjoy yourself.
Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show.
Yeah.